guys. So in this video, I'm going to be doing something different to what I normally do from the Pinterest tried stuff. I'm going to be doing some meal prepping today. I'm going to focus on cold lunches because it's super easy for me and my husband to just heat stuff up, but I know that there's lots of you guys out there that don't have the ability to warm up a lunch or things like that. So I'm going to be putting together some lunches that you can take with you, keep in the cooler, you can keep it cold, or you can, take it straight from your fridge and carry it with some of them, not all of them. So yeah, I really hope that this video is going to be really useful for you. I've been doing meal prep for many weeks now. I've been trying to lose my baby weight. I started out at 140 pounds and now I'm down to just under 130 just by changing my eating habits. I try to have everything more well-rounded and balanced. I've cut a lot of carbs from my diet. I still indulge every once in a while. I'm not really trying to go keto, but definitely trying to be more conscious of the amount of carbs I consume, and just doing that alone has dropped my weight by at least 10 pounds already. So now I'm just under 130, and my goal is to lose even a little bit more weight. I'm not quite comfortable. My cat's running up against the tripod. I'm not quite comfortable yet in my own skin. I'm feeling a lot more comfortable, but the goal is to feel better about myself. And I know that there's a lot of you guys who are looking to lose some weight, so I'm gonna keep everything balanced to the best of my ability. I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a dietitian, so I don't have any schooling behind it. I'm just learning as I go. So just keep that in mind. Of course, I feel like that's a lot of people on YouTube who do that. So I'm gonna try and keep things in mind. I am not focusing on any type of particular meal plan or anything like that. I'm just trying to keep things well balanced and tasty. To me, if it's delicious, I don't care where it comes from, what's in it. I will eat as much of it as I want. Within reason. But anyway, I'm also going to be doing some breakfast burritos, a variation on what I did before. It really helped cut down the time it takes for my husband to get ready in the morning. Normally he would have 2 Eggo waffles, and that would be good for him until break time. Since making those breakfast burritos, he's been able to cut down his time in the morning on how long it takes him to get ready for work by about 10 or 15 minutes, which is huge for him. He just grabs the burrito, he can either heat it up here or heat it up when he gets to work. So I think that's kind of awesome. And you can make them however stuffed or not stuffed you want. So that's another good thing about it too. So I hope you guys really enjoy this. I hope it makes you guys feel inspired. I hope you guys are interested in any of the things that I'm going to be making. Some are going to be super simple. Some of them are going to require a little bit of cooking. So it's a little bit of everything, but it's all stuff you can eat cold later on in the day or later on in the week. So I hope you guys enjoy. Welcome back to my channel, you guys, or welcome if you're new here. So I am starting off my meal prep this week by cooking 5 chicken breasts in my crock pot. I'm not really a fan of this crock pot. I feel like it doesn't live up to the price I paid for it. But it has all the features I was looking for, which is really sad, and it was like the only one. Anyway, so 5 chicken breasts into the crock pot. Took about 2.5 to 3 hours from frozen for all of them to cook through. And I am seasoning them with salt and pepper, keeping it really basic because of the recipes I'm going to be using them in. And next up, we are getting started on breakfast burritos! Yes! So I have some leftover hash browns that I'm cooking up in a pan, and I'm moving them around a lot so that way they evenly get browned. And then I'm going to start sauteing a red and yellow onion, fairly large ones, in my big non-stick skillet. Oh my goodness, I can't talk today. So while that's sauteing and cooking away, I am going to drain out my spinach. I'm going to use my OXO or OXO salad spinner. I absolutely love this one. There are a lot of other models that I just wasn't wasn't interested in. I wanted the push lever. I didn't want a pull lever or pull string handle, whatever it is. Hi, Yuki. So I absolutely love this one. And so I moved the spinach to a tea towel after I was done spinning it to let it soak up some of the moisture. While that's sitting there and everything is still sauteing, I am cracking 18 eggs into a big giant bowl. Big giant bowl. Kind of big giant, medium sized bowl. Anyway, I'm making sure that I crack them on the flat surface so I don't shove a bunch of the eggshell pieces up into the egg, like what would normally happen with cracking it on the side of the bowl. I'm adding a teaspoon of salt and a tablespoon of pepper. I always find that pepper gets lost in the mix, and that thing is so hard to open anyways. And then I'm using a stick blender to blend it all together. Like, that is my favorite way of being able to blend eggs, is with a stick blender. So now that the onions have gone translucent on me, I am adding the spinach, and I'm gonna let that wilt down. So as that, my cat's so happy when I do that. So I just make sure that I'm constantly mixing and stirring that around, keeping an eye on the potatoes, making sure that they don't burn, because burnt hash browns is not yummy. And so once the spinach is all wilted down and a lot of the moisture's been cooked away, I am adding the eggs, scraping all the yummy bits out, giving that a quick stir, and then I'm going to switch over to a silicone spatula, which is so nice. Oh my goodness, I love those like the silicone ones that are meant for your non-sticks. Oh, I love them so much. And so I'm making sure that I am moving the mixture around as best as I can, so that way the egg cooks evenly and stays in smaller, more manageable pieces. And so when that's done, we go ahead and turn the heat off. And then I moved everything over to my island. I chopped up the rest of the cilantro that I had hanging out in the fridge, chopped it up into nice small little pieces. It works a lot better if you have a good quality knife. And so I moved that off to the side with my pastry/bench scraper. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna heat up my big giant burrito sized flour tortillas. And this tortilla warmer is amazing. I love it. If you don't have one, I highly recommend you get one. That's the 12-inch one. The 10 inches are more popular, or more abundant, I'll say. But I always prefer to do the 10-inch ones. 12. I prefer the 12-inch one because it obviously fits you in the giant burrito-sized ones. So I'm pulling one out onto a foil sheet. I put cheese, potatoes, and then the egg mixture. And then cilantro on top. I think I missed the cilantro on that one, but that's okay. Doesn't really matter. I also grabbed some sauces. I have a jalapeno aioli, sriracha, and this avocado guacamole salsa stuff. I don't know, it's really good. So that way you can add some variety. You can add whatever kind of sauces you want. It'll all freeze perfectly fine. And the warm tortillas actually make it a lot easier to be able to roll everything all up. And so you just rinse and repeat until all of your mixture is gone. And as always, you guys, I'm going to be linking stuff down in the description for things that I don't think you guys would have normally in your kitchen, like something I don't consider a quote typical household staple. So like the tortilla warmer, the salad spinner, those foil sheets, which are amazing, and one of the best prices for how many you get. So next up on the list is going to be some freezer sandwiches. They're super basic, super simple if you enjoy something that is just on the more basic side. This is what I do for my husband. I already made a bunch of bulk ones already, but it's not going to hurt to put more. So I get a big giant $1 loaf of French bread from Walmart. I cut it in half, and then I layer some lunch meat. I do Black Forest ham, and then I'm also going to do some roast beef, and then I lay out some cheese on top, and it is going to be 1 slice of cheese per sandwich, so this is going to break down into 4 sandwiches. And then on top of the cheese, I'm going to put another layer of meat, which in this case is going to be the roast beef. So you can do whatever types of lunch meat you want. You can do however much you want. Just make sure that your cheese is in between the meat if you were going to stick it in the freezer. And so I'm just looking out to where the space is between the cheese slices. I cut it up into 4 pieces, and then each sandwich goes into a quart-sized Ziploc bag, and I squeeze out as much air as I possibly can, kinda, sorta. So that way it creates a quote vacuum type seal, and you're eliminating a lot of the air, so that way you are less likely to get freezer burn, or it'll just take longer to get freezer burn. And so this is the easiest way for me to shred hot chicken, is I put it in my stand mixer, I lock the top, and then I put it on a low to medium setting and let it spin for a little while. It's so easy. You can do the same thing in a big metal bowl or glass bowl with a hand mixer as well, with the whisks or paddles, whatever they have. Anyway, so now I'm moving on to making the chicken salad for the wraps, and I put in an adequate amount of chicken. I don't know, it's probably like 1.5 cups worth of chicken, the shredded chicken, and then I diced up 1.5 sticks of celery, diced up nice and fine, and then I'm also going to be adding a whole avocado to this. The seed decided to split in half on me, so that made that interesting. But you can add whatever you want. You can add fresh onion to it. I decided to do the dried onion to it, and I actually really, really like the flavor of the dried onion chunk pieces and stuff. You can also add some hard-boiled eggs to this as well. Bacon, like whatever types of things that you think you would enjoy in this chicken salad. So I'm also adding about 1/3 cup of mayonnaise, teaspoon-ish of mustard, salt, pepper, chipotle powder, paprika, and I think I added some garlic powder too, which would be really delicious in here. So you can really configure this to whatever you like. And so now I'm moving on to making the chicken part of the taco bowls. So I put probably about a good 2 to 3 cups of the shredded chicken in the pan, some juices from cooking it in the crock pot, and then I'm sprinkling the Costco taco seasoning on top. That is my family's favorite. Use like a packet or 2 of whatever your favorite taco seasoning is, and then I'm adding a can of diced tomatoes with green chilies in there as well, and just warming that through, and then transferring everything to a bowl. So I just wanted to add a little bit of moisture back into the chicken. And now for wrapping the actual chicken wraps is I put some Munster cheese on the bottom. This is the same size burrito, size tortillas. Spread some of the chicken salad mixture on, and then you load it up with whatever your favorite greens are. And you just roll it up, and there you go. So, you just keep doing that. Munster cheese, you can use whatever type of cheese you want. Munster, cheddar, jack, whatever suits your fancy. And I highly recommend using some slightly warmed tortillas for this as well. Like, warming up your tortillas, even if it's just for a few seconds, immensely helps prevent your tortillas from breaking and cracking on you. So, now I am going to be pulling out some saran wrap since they're just going to be sitting in the fridge. I don't need to worry about foil or anything like that. So, I am wrapping each of them up in the plastic wrap, trying to go fairly tight. You could also do this with a egg salad or anything like that, you know, whatever type of filling you want to make for it. And now for the taco bowls, I am putting them into my single compartment containers. The lettuce is going on one side, I'm putting the chicken mixture on the other, and you'll see that I ended up with leftover chicken mixture anyway. It was whatever was left in my stand mixer bowl. And then I sprinkle some cheese on top. I think I ended up missing one. it looks like I missed one. When I find that one, I'll just put cheese on it at that time. And then I am putting some sour cream and salsa into each of these little individual serving cups. They are awesome. I love them. They hold about 2 ounces of whatever you want to stick in there. So you could put cheese in those as well. So that way, you know, it's not sitting on top of your meat. You know, whatever your preference is. And you could also put like a dressing or something like that if you just wanted to have like grilled chicken instead of the shredded chicken. That would work as well. And you could put a dressing with like whatever your taco seasoning is and a little bit of like oil and some type like a lime juice. That would be really, really great. Some limes in that would be good too. So now we're going on to snacks. And I had all of this on hand except for the chocolate chip cookies. I did pick those up. So it's a half a cup of almonds, a half a cup of pistachios, a half cup of cranberries, and then a 1/4 cup of dried cherries. The cranberries are also dried, by the way. I ended up not using the apricot because I felt that if I were to cut it up from the state it was currently in, it would have been too sticky. So that was a personal choice for me. You can also add like dried blueberries, whatever types of dried or freeze-dried fruit you want to it, whatever nuts you want. That's the nice thing about a trail mix. I really enjoy trail mixes, and I actually prefer to make it myself. And then I just sprinkled enough chocolate chunks on top to just lightly cover it. I didn't want it to be like overpowering or anything, but I definitely wanted enough in there because that's my treat in trail mixes. I love the chocolate. So you just give it a quick mix with your hand, and then with about a half cup in each little snack size baggie, you get about 5 by doing it this way. So this is a really, really nice, easy, you just grab it out of your pantry and you dash to your car or take it with you or eat it on the go, whatever you want to do. So I'm being a weirdo. I'm sorry, please don't hate me. Oh, anyway, so I really enjoyed this, and you can mix it up with whatever type of ingredients you want. You can add pretzels, things like that. I mean, whatever strikes your fancy. And now the next 2 things I'm going to make would probably do best in a fridge setting. So these are like these weird little like salami taco things that I was introduced at one of my jobs while I was in school. It's just a slice of salami, some cream cheese, and then the sliced banana peppers in it. And then you fold it in half and it's like a little taco, and it is like the weirdest combination. I never would have thought of it being put together, but it's so good. And I figured 4 would be a really decent, you know, snack size. And because of how much protein there is in these, because of the salami and the fat content, it'll last you a while. And I just put lids on it and stuck it in my fridge. Now, if you guys have seen these little like panino things, they're basically string cheese covered in either salami or prosciutto. I've also seen pepperoni on them as well. You can make these at home too. So I took the same salami, 2 slices for each one, and you space it out so that it's the width of your string cheese. And you make sure it's wide enough, which is what I do at first, and then I roll it to the back and then roll the salami around it. Alright, you guys, sorry for the squeaky floor, but now that all of our meal prep is done, my fridge is so full of food. I have to start prepping to use all of it as well. So as like another snack I have, since I'm a stay-at-home mom, I have this grapefruit. That's what I have. I have grapefruit. And I have, these are the chicken salad burritos. And then I've got 2 more things of the taco salads, which came out so good. I'm so proud of those. We had some leftover shredded meat, or chicken stuff for those taco bowls, and I made a soup out of it. So good. Oh my goodness. It was the extra chicken mixture. I added whole pinto beans, a can of green chilies, a can of corn, and about 3 cups of chicken stock. And oh my god, like I didn't rinse anything, I just dumped everything straight in here, heated it up, sprinkled some cheese and some crumpled up tortilla chips on it. Oh, so good. So this would be a really, really good hot dish to make. And then I have some of the extra, like these are the little homemade paninos that I haven't eaten those yet. Those are so good. And then in here is those little weird things that I found out from a coworker a long time ago. They're really, really good. They're a very weird combination, but they're really good. So I also have some like extra leftovers in here. Like this is a stir fry I made last night. We have some leftover barbecue chicken, and then have some booty call in here, which is a nickname for a Dutch thing. Anyway, there's all that. I mean, obviously we have a ton of other foods and stuff. We've got some fruits and whatnot, but that's what I made. And then down here in the freezer, I have burritos there. I have burritos up here and sandwiches and stuff. So, yeah, lots of things. These guys heat up really quickly. These guys defrost really easily. So, that is my meal prep for the week. My husband is also helping because I made so much. But, yeah, you can see how full my fridge is. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys.